Good morning, my lovelies. Today I'm going to share with you a special gift that I made. 5 years ago, I found out on my 50th birthday, which is Halloween, by the way, that my father had lung cancer. I was heartbroken. Shortly after that, I started the sketchbook to give to my dad. It's a scrapbook / art journal that is meant to remind him of memories through photographs, my artwork, and my own personal memories with him. I'm happy to say my dad is doing all right, and I finally finished the book and was able to give it to him. He loved it and was very touched by it. And also, I will apologize for the sticky notes over the photos. I learned how to blur a bit while editing, but honestly, it was just faster to do the sticky notes. I'm still learning the art of editing, so I'll get there, and I will share it with you now. I hope you enjoy it. I saved the cover page for last because I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do with it. Recently, I saw a Jess Karp tutorial on her Patreon, and it was so pretty that I decided to do the tutorial and make it the cover page. I used gouache, and honestly, during the tutorial, I had some moments of frustration with myself, and I realized that sometimes you just have to trust your own instincts and paint what you see. So I did, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. A few pages are my favorite. I absolutely love these photos. I have so many memories of camping in my dad's tent. It was made of canvas and it was royal blue, but it was a little faded from all the years of use. It had a distinct canvas tent smell that's stuck in my brain and memory. This is the first ever attempt I made at a monochromatic watercolor painting. It's funny when you look back at your art and you remember doing a painting and how difficult it was, and now after a few years of practice and lots of trial and error, you're able to do so much better. Painting has become so much easier and more intuitive for me now. This is a tutorial that I did by the Art Sherpa, and it's painted in acrylic. I still love it and I still think it's so beautiful. At Christmas time, we would string popcorn and cranberries and make a garland. Man, what a pain in the ass. But it did look really pretty on the Christmas tree. My dad and I started taking an annual father-daughter trip together each year in the spring. So the second year we went to England, where both my parents are from. We visited the home that he grew up in, which was in the suburbs of London. So this is a mixed media painting of his home. It was kind of difficult, and I think I can do better, but it still captures the intent. I think I'm gonna add his address to the picture too. Some Christmases we would go to Yosemite National Park. I have memories of walking home from the lodge after dinner, and the moon would be shining on the snow on the ground, creating a magical blue field of sparkles. It was so beautiful. My dad's an amateur photographer, and he would stop to take photos of everything. But in the old days, in order to take a photo at night, you had to use this slow shutter release doodad, which took forever. And I think as a kid, I got impatient, but I appreciate it now. This is a watercolor of Half Dome in Yosemite. Going to the tulip fields in the next county is an annual tradition. They are so beautiful. My favorite are the daffodils, but they're known for the tulips. Here's a little mini mixed media painting of the tulip fields that I did. I think I used gouache, acrylic markers, and colored pencil. Our first annual father-daughter trip was to San Diego. We met in San Diego. We went to Balboa Park, where I took photos of this gorgeous pond with koi and lily pads. And at home I recreated the lily pads in oil pastel. This is a photo of the oil pastel that I did because it was pretty big. And I especially love these little water droplets. They are so cool. And the succulents were so gorgeous in California. They're absolutely stunning. More water droplets. This is mainly watercolor. About 25 years ago, we climbed Mount St. Helens. I really love this photo of us and I thought that it needed a backdrop to complement it. My dad really loves poppies, so this was the perfect painting spread for that. It was a tutorial by Ellen Crimey Trent. Hopefully I pronounced that right. She does amazing watercolor videos. This was a painting I really didn't like the way it turned out, so I covered it with photos, but I did love the little cactus, so I left that. I think I used a reference from Pinterest for that, but I just think it's so cute. I was making grapefruit juice, so I took a photo because they were so luscious and juicy looking. And then I made a matching background and used calligraphy fountain pen to write my memories on it. Every year we go to the local berry farm to pick strawberries, then raspberries, then blueberries throughout the summer. And they are to die for. If you have never had berries from a local farm, put it on your bucket list. It's life-changing. There's no comparison. Blueberries are the most fun to pick because they're super easy. And this is a mixed media drawing of the photo on the left here of the blueberries. And this is watercolor and colored pencils. This year's father-daughter trip was to Ashland, Oregon. Ashland's known for its Shakespearean theater and for putting on a lot of plays in general. We went to see The Importance of Being Earnest, and I wanted to capture the stage design and props, so I recreated the backdrop and stage to use as a frame for our photo. And this is gouache, and this is gouache and acrylic markers. This is an acrylic painting of sunflowers I found on Pinterest. I'm sorry, I tried to find the original for credit, but I can't find it. I love how this turned out. I really like the background, and it inspired me to make a larger sunflower painting of my own design that is in my home. Another Just Carp Patreon tutorial. The idea was to create a color wheel from just 3 colors and white, and then a painting with a limited 3-color palette. I chose primaries for mine, and this is a painting of the beach in front of the condo my dad and I would stay at in Kihei on Maui. I think this turned out pretty well, and it was a lot of fun to do, and it was definitely a good learning process. My husband, kids, and my dad and I went to the pumpkin patch a few years ago, well, 12 years ago. I took this really cute photo of my dad and the kids, and the backdrop was a wagon with Halloween decor on it. I cut out the background of the photo and I painted my own background, and I think it turned out pretty cute. I had a friend commission me to paint a watercolor flower painting for their new house. I spent about a week practicing different designs, and this is one of the practices. I love all the different flower shapes and colors, and I think I kind of want to do a bigger version of it. I just think it's so pretty. When my dad and I went to England, we visited my aunt and cousins and went for a walk along the Ancombe River, which was lined with yellow fields. It was so beautiful. I had to paint it, of course. I even sent an oil painting of the scene to my aunt. The clouds were actually in a heart shape, I kid you not. I can find a photo, I'll put it in here. This is a little watercolor design of our Thanksgiving dinner. With both my parents being from England, I learned to love Marmite from an early age. This is me paying homage to Marmite. My favorite way to eat it is on toast with Dublin or cheddar cheese. Yeah, baby. Last time I was in Rockaway Beach, Oregon, I saw the sunset of a lifetime. It was the most beautiful I've ever seen. So I had to paint it, of course. This is watercolor and gouache. The clouds look a little clunky, but that's actually kind of what they look like. So that's the end of the art journal tour. I really enjoyed creating this book. It was super meaningful and therapeutic for me, and I hope you enjoyed seeing it. Feel free to comment, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Have a wonderfully creative, happy day.